To the circumscribed minds of finite beings, the universe presents many situations which might portray chaos or might indicate a lack of harmony. But there is a basic unity which underlies all the creative diversity, and a divine oneness that overspreads all. Our mortal life experience of limitations and endings makes it very difficult to conceptualize eternity or infinity, endless time or endless space. Our solar system may be 13.7 billion years old, but infinity is billions times billions. Every planet in our solar system has a different time unit. We need to alter our process of reasoning. Man did not create natural laws. Man has evolved an understanding of nature and has learned to adapt. How could something start from nothing? It is not physically feasible nor philosophically reasonable. Since in the beginning there was no thing, then the first thing preceded all other things and could be the primary cause of all other things. If this primordial thing is the first cause, then remnants of that first thing must be evident in all things to follow. What was the first thing? To identify the first thing, we must imagine an invisible thing that has potential for reality fulfillment. 5 real things in our mortal experience are invisible: space, gravity, force, power, and energy. Space is the most important element in the creation of the universe. The real difficulty we have in understanding space on the material level is due to the fact that while material bodies exist in space, space also exists in these same material bodies. Space is the womb of all creation. Space is the foundation. Space, the material. Space, the primal creator. Since everything is in space and there is space in everything, we must conclude that space was pre-existent to anything. Space is curved, and its inner dimensional levels rotate alternately, creating gyroscopic phenomenon. The fractal quality of black holes throughout space ultimately gives total magnetic gravity control to the center of space itself. This fractal factor allows for the existence of magnetic centers within other centers and spaces within other spaces for eternity. Every point in space is as powerful as any other point. The holistic constant, part of the whole and whole of the part. All space expands and contracts from the center. Gravity is the nature of space. The unification of space is the gravity component inherent in space itself. The cohesive web. The sticky, superconnective glue. Pattern is the most basic and necessary natural law in universe phenomenon. Pattern dictates form and function. The form and function of space allows that space is everywhere, in everything, even in its own space. Man can work on Earth, in space, and on the moon, proving that the energy source to which man has adapted is accessible everywhere in our solar system, and that the inescapable pull of gravity effectively grips all sections of the universe. The fact that we observe gravity phenomenon in action all throughout space and can predict its behavior, so then can we observe anti-gravity action and realize that this action also has a universal imperative. Gravity unification is universal and unvarying. How did mankind get here? How did here get here? Let us unravel the mystery of this world we perceive around us. Let us attempt to create a new model of reality. Our tools will be the logic of the physical forensic sciences and the imaginative possibilities of the human creative mind. Since mankind seems to be the endgame of evolution, let's look into the organic machine, the human. We will explore the existence of a seven-dimensional universe. In this instance, the dimensions will not represent any outward manifestation of reality. The dimensions we will reveal are multiple states of existence within the same fractal space, a sort of cosmic nesting egg. The seventh and outermost dimension is the physical material realm which we can perceive with our senses: animal, vegetable, and matter. The electrochemical human body, with all its organic mechanical parts, is the occupant of the seventh dimension. The sixth dimensional layer consists of a fully functioning system of cells that have their individual and symbiotic relationships. Each cell is self-contained and self-maintaining, carrying out specialized functions and reproducing as necessary. Penetrating inward, we discover the essence of the body's vitality in the chemical mixtures that combine to create and maintain the cell structures. This region is where DNA is sovereign. This fifth dimension is a cosmic laboratory where pattern is the controlling concept. The fourth dimension concerns itself with molecular structure. Molecules are components of natural elements in seemingly unlimited structural arrangements, providing infinite possibilities, thus enabling a limitless supply of elemental and organic life variation. The third dimension represents the atomic phase, being the chemical stage of the elemental organization of matter. 92 elements occur naturally in nature, of which the human body contains nearly 30, including hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, and oxygen. The second dimension is where the unification theory becomes all too evident, where the micro-universe and the macro-universe share the concept of space. The pattern of matter is on the order of the solar system. Within atoms, the revolving electron members swing in orbits comparative in size and distance to the sun and planets in our solar system. Matter and its physical properties depends on the revolutionary rates of its component members, the distance of the orbits, the number and size of the revolving members, and the direction of their circuit. This dimension is the state of wave evolution, whereby wave energy evolves as electrons, protons, neutrons, ions, and other subatomic wave and particle variables. Matter and energy are but diverse manifestations of the same cosmic reality. Everything that we can think of, including light, heat, electricity, magnetism, energy, and matter are in origin, nature, and destiny one and the same thing. The first dimension is the original source and destination of all energy manifestation, the primordial ancestor of all cosmic reality, the origin of energy and of consciousness. If you can grasp the concept that energy mass as dense as a pinhole can hold absolute magnetic control no matter how far the distance of the object within the infinity of space, and that every point in space is a similar pinhole, and that this original control force is self-existent, everywhere present, and thus everywhere controlling, then we can begin this journey of universe realization. Evolution begins. Evolution is cosmic pattern. Evolution is the cosmic technique of growth. Evolution is the law of progression for all dimensions of reality, including mind-thought reality, physical material reality, and the biochemical phases of organic life. Evolution is the process. Metamorphosis is the technique. Metamorphosis is energy transmutation. The first act of absolute universe expansion initiates the first moment. The delineation of the moments to follow will evolve a pattern to realize time. This gravity-constructed force will release its potential, and the concept of anti-gravity would realize itself as the duality essential, creating universe tension, thus motion, thus energy. The laws of polarity and the laws of expansion and contraction become evident in the outworkings of nature itself. The tension, conflict, action between opposites, example, heat and cold, initiates the wave motion that results in energy phenomenon. Observing the physical universe, we see definite mechanistic patterns that seem to repeat, so we can safely assume that energy and its outdoings participate in an exact pattern throughout the universe. This circular pattern occurring in natural phenomena such as hurricanes, cyclones, cloud and current movements, the mechanics of solar systems, galaxies, and gaseous nebulae, is the template of an eternal configuration of motion, a circularity of endless existence. The first action in universal evolution is the release of a universal force. The first act of anti-gravity will now be in opposition with the original force, thus creating an orbital battle, a power vortex. The waves created by this vortex motion, this cyclonic event, evolves many stages of wave configuration, particles, and other energy variables. Within this nebulae pattern, the first atom, hydrogen, is evolving. Hydrogen gaseous clouds, under the spiraling pull of universal gravity, creates atoms made of electron-enclosed orbs of compressed space. Dark matter, that is, gravity-fused space particles. Hello, Higgs boson. This giant vortex, this ever-increasing wheel of hydrogen atoms and evolving helium, will grow to its critical mass, its prime mathematic absolute, wherein it breaks off, littering space with giant orbs of star material and remnants of all the subatomic particles that may be the mysterious wave vestiges that modern scientists theorize as remnants of the Big Bang. This centrifugal release, along with the law of inertia, will dictate the eternal orbital spin and direction of all these stars and sun material throughout eternity around its original galactic center. All these stars or suns will continue to evolve all the atomic elements of nature in time. Time comes by virtue of motion, and because mind is inherently aware of sequentiality. The laws of nature and the laws of science will now evolve 7-dimensionally.